You must make a screen for the entrance of the tent out of turquoise, purple, and scarlet wool and twined linen. Chapter 26, verse 36. The tabernacle itself represented the realm of the total divine consciousness, the intellectual and emotional state we are supposed to attain in prayer. When absorbed in the study of the Torah, or when preparing to perform one of God's commandments. In contrast, the courtyard surrounding the tabernacle represented the arena of self-consciousness, the state of mind we return after these divine pursuits, when we are once again aware of ourselves. In order that something of the divine consciousness we experience when inside the tabernacle remain with us when we are outside the tabernacle, there has to be a screen demarcating the two realms. The screen was opaque enough to conceal the intense divine consciousness that leaves no room for self-awareness, but translucent enough for a glimmer of that consciousness to shine into the outside. Allegorically, it could be compared to a parable, riddle, or gesture, which conveys the idea behind it without expressing it explicitly at all. The fact that the tabernacle included a screen teaches us that on the one hand, we cannot remain inside the tabernacle at all times. We must venture out of it in order to elevate the world. On the other hand, we must not cut ourselves off from our spiritual moments completely. We must ensure that their inspiration illuminates our mundane lives as well. This really apropos to what we were discussing before, that even when you are in shul, it's like being inside the tabernacle. When you are outside the shul, you still have to have the screen, which means it still has to be some kind of connection and some kind of remembrance, and that you're still living it even though you're outside, not completely to be disconnected from what you experienced in shul or in the house of learning. We'll go to page 164. It says, this is from Torah Shmuel, which is the fourth Lubavitcher Rebbe, Rabbeinu Shmuel. So the Mishkan was fashioned from wood, wool, skins, etc., all of which indicate its temporary nature. The Mishkan is comparable to Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden, to paradise, where souls bask in God's radiance, but only temporarily. By contrast, the Beis HaMikdash is built entirely of stone, indicating its permanence. It is similar to the eternal life that will follow the resurrection. Even souls that have spent over 3,000 years in constant ascent in Gan Eden will be resurrected into pure, refined bodies in this world. For the greatest heights to which a soul can climb in the upper world is nevertheless limited by the boundaries of the spiritual cosmos. After the resurrection, by contrast, the revelation of infinite light that precedes even the spiritual cosmos will radiate openly on earth. That's intense.
The light of Hashem deep